Guys, 412 Sports Cards here today, back with another video. Sorry for the week off, but we are back. We're going to talk about kind of an interesting subject, something that I thought about last night while looking through my collection to sell cards, and it's kind of just a discussion around refining your habits when you buy cards, refining what you actually like to collect, learning the difference between what you like to collect versus what people tell you to collect, and what simple ways in our hobby journey we can learn that. Maybe it's not grabbing clicks, but for those of you who tuned in, I think it's going to provide real value. So stay tuned, drop a like, drop a sub, and let's get into it. This all was kind of spawned by something that I just did. I just made a very large purchase in the hobby, and I was very excited about it. I was thrilled. It was a card that the hobby likes, a set of cards that the hobby likes. And when I first got them, I liked them. I was like, no, I don't want to sell these. I want to keep these in my collection for a while. And the more I looked at them, the more I was like, why? Why? I don't know if these even fit my collection. And you'll take a look at these. Jambalaya, Sidney Crosby, and Evgeny Malkin. Second year Jambalayas. The Crosby, it's a sick looking card, right? I think it actually even looks better on this camera than it does in person. The pattern, you can see how the pattern kind of moves around on the card, but they look pretty cool. And they look really cool. But they're expensive. And I do like them in person. I don't love the die cut shape is something I kind of learned once I got them in person. You know, you can see it's just pretty much just a standard card, die cut with a really cool looking front. But they're expensive. Like this, with the money I spent on this, I could get a very nice patch auto. Same with this. And they're not even rookie cards. Very low print, but the Jambalaya is something that the hobby says they like. It's something that people say you should like. And you get cards like this and you're like, wow, I just bought these really big cards. And they're what people tell me I should like. Well, I should never sell. But I'm here to tell you guys today, don't be afraid to sell stuff that came in if you don't like it. Happens to me all the time. Buy a card on the internet, I'm like, that looks really cool. Get it in person, does not hit. Or maybe it's like this where it was for like a day or two, and then a day or two passed and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about these. Don't be afraid to sell, guys. It's something that we all go through. We all buy and sell in this hobby. This hobby is built on buying and selling. Don't be afraid to sell something quickly if it doesn't fit your collection. If it just doesn't, maybe it should, by all your expectations, fit your collection, but it just doesn't. Don't be afraid to sell. But what does this process tell us about refining our core competency as a collector? When stuff that comes in that you aren't a big fan of, take note of it. These are inserts, non-rookie inserts. They're die cuts. Those two things maybe don't do it for me. It's not the grade. I don't care about the grade. I've learned that about myself as a collector, that the grade doesn't matter to me. But maybe this non-rookie insert isn't something that's appealing to me. In fact, I might actually like it better if these were really high pop and like not super, super rare and were cheap. If they were cheap and high pop and looked really cool, I think they'd be very appealing to me. But simply because of the price point they're at, I find it difficult to want a card like this over an auto or a patch. That's something I've learned about myself as a collector. It's easy to get caught up in the moment and forget that. Sometimes a card comes in and you like it even more than you thought you would. This is case in point. Ian Book, Black Mosaic. Somehow owning his best card has brought me a ton of excitement, and I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed the design of the mosaic, the black finite prism more than I thought I would. I'm taking note. Now, does that mean I'm going to go swoop in and buy tons of black finites left and right? Probably not. I may never own another one, but it kind of educates me on the stuff that I like. I think I like it because it's Ian Book, because it's Notre Dame, because of the color match between the black Saints Uni and the black finite 101. It's just a really nice looking card. Stuff like that is what we can learn. And it's hard for me, right? Like I'm sitting here, I can't even put the exact words on why this card does it for me. But it just does. And that's part of being a collector. It's so hard to refine what you actually like and tease out what parts of what cards really make you happy and make you enjoy it. But those common threads, if we can put together, the best way to find out what those pieces are, all the pieces that are in cards that you enjoy the most, the cards that sit in your PC. When time and time again, you go through that PC. We bought a new card we need to sell. What are the cards that stand the test of time? I will go through some of those here with you now. This is just personal for me, right? And maybe it gives you guys a flavor. You think about how this relates to you. This awesome triple threads game used base piece from Boston Red Sox. Team I like. Set I enjoy. You can see that cool foil on the card, right? You can see it in the light. Foil on the card. Game used bases. Game used bases. Cool mem piece. Something I enjoy. That's not going anywhere. Something I enjoy more than I thought I would. Marc-Andre Fleury Exquisite Patch Auto. Love the design. The design looks nice, right? The auto, super clean. The patch, leather blocker game used piece. Super cool card. I like it. I like the design, the piece, the auto, all that stuff. All those components come together, right, to make a card I like. And maybe if it was all these, except it didn't have that leather patch, it'd be history. It'd be out of my collection. And you just have to think about when you buy cards, there's so many cards out there. We want cards that have all the pieces we like. Because quite often, the ones that don't have every single piece right are the ones that go bye-bye out of the collection. This is something I like more than I thought I would. Video cut out a bit, but I was going to say that these are 3 cards that I truly love. And eliminating any of these cards would free up huge amounts of cash in my collection. But these cards have it all. They have all the pieces I want. Whenever I look through the cards that I want to sell, I look at all 3 of these and I'm like, these cards are just incredible. They're the pinnacle of my collection. And I think what you find when you buy cards on eBay is that getting cards that you enjoy this much is extremely rare. I thought I would really, really like these jambalayas, right? But I didn't like them as much as I thought. It's a rare thing when you find the cards that you like the absolute most. These just so happen to be really expensive. There's cheap ones that I really like too. But it's a rare thing when you find cards that stay around in the collection forever. It sounds stupid, guys, but refining the scope of what you want to collect, it's really, really difficult. It's hard to put together all the pieces you want. Sometimes it's so hard you buy stuff on eBay and you get it and you don't even want it. We get caught up reaching, buying it, whether a card looks cool in the moment, someone's telling us we should like it. But just take a moment, reflect on what I said here. When you look through your collection next time, be thinking, whether it's a $30 card like this or a much more expensive card like this, what makes you like it? What makes it stay in your PC? Keep those things in mind next time you're browsing eBay. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.